Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Banished. My name is Casanis. Casanis land is not doing so well, that's for sure. We've been fluctuating in our size. We've got a handful of people dying of old age, and I don't mind when people die of old age. That means they worked hard. But again, we can see that right over there we've got ourselves a fair number of laborers, a fair number of adults and not a whole heck of a lot of children. So we're actually going to run into this problem again now, and I'm not really sure why. Our food situation has not corrected itself. We have a lot of fields, so I'm not really sure what's going on. And I think I've said that like 10 times. I don't know what's going on. What I am going to do in this episode is I'm going to continue on with the idea that I had before, which was to continue building some of the buildings that I wanted you guys to see, because I want you guys to be able to see all the buildings and what happens when you build each one. In this episode, I'm going to build myself a school. I think I've decided to build myself a school. The school can go one of two places. I can either put it right here across from this original graveyard, and that might not be such a terrible place for it, because I'd also like to build a chapel later on, and the chapel will take everyone from the nearby area and increase their happiness. I don't think the chapel is actually going to fit there. Where's the chapel? Right here. It will definitely, it's a really big location. It definitely will not fit here, but it will fit over here. So I think ultimately, my logs are low, yes. I think ultimately I'm going to put it somewhere like this, and it will bring in a greater number of people. So I think what we are going to do in this episode is we're going to build ourselves a school. This is going to change the dynamic of the entire game, and it might actually just cause the collapse to occur much more quickly. I'm going to put in the school right here, and boom, there it's done. The school itself is going to change, so it's going to it's going to increase the age at which people begin work. They're not going to begin work until they are 18. I don't know if it actually says it anywhere. Does it say it here? Educate citizens and more productive. No, it doesn't actually say it. So what is going to happen is the people are not going to actually be going to work until... I'm going to have to cut down some logs here. Let's find some area where I can cut down a lot of stuff. I got myself a lot of labor, and I really don't care about a lot of this stuff. I think I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear cut... I'm going to clear cut this area right down, all through here. Let's get some logs into our society. Clear cut. And in fact, I will actually increase the labor being done in this area. Bam. Okay. Yeah, so what the school does is the school will educate your population. There's going to be an increase in productivity, and maybe that's what my actual society needs, is an increase in productivity. But children no longer move from being children directly into the labor force. They take this secondary step. Well, not everybody. It seems to be a kind of random thing. A random thing about who does what and when and where and everything else. So I'm not really sure, but anyway, what happens is the children will take the secondary step of going to school first, and when they leave, not all the children, some of them, like I said, when they actually leave school, they will be better educated, and those better educated children will then increase the productivity of whatever job they are taking. And I don't know what that's going to mean, and hopefully we're going to find out. I don't even know if it tells us who's educated and who's not. That would be something interesting. I will find out very, very soon, and so will you, I guess, as soon as I find out. What it will do is it will change this number here where I have 81 adults, 0 and 18. This 0 is actually the number of students I have. And like I said, they go through a secondary, the children go through a secondary stage of becoming students. Not all of them, but some of them, before they actually enter the labor force. So that'll be interesting to see how that happens. Let's see what's going on down here. We now have 3 cows. What? 3 cows? What I think I am going to do as well is I'm going to add in here a larger pen, somewhere over here maybe, that's going to allow me to have 10 cows. And then when I do that, I'll move them all over. I'll empty this pen. I'll move them all over here. They will grow to a certain size, and once they grow to a certain size, I will split it, and then I'll put 5 of them in here, and this one here will keep growing. And every time there's more than 5 in here, we'll kill some of them off, and we'll eat them. Steaks for everyone. No more eating berries all your life. Anyway, guys, we are building this school right now, and once it's done, then you're going to start seeing this population change. That's all I really wanted to look at in this episode. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we really need to see. It is actually working. Oh, are there people working here now? Oh, I put 5 in there. Interesting. I didn't remember doing that. Okay, good. So we got some people mining here, and we got some people in here now. So we're going to keep increasing this number. That's good. That is very good. Okay, my school is done. I'm going to add in there 1 school teacher. Bang. And as soon as we do, we can start seeing right there I've got myself 1 student, and that number will increase into whatever this maximum is. I'm not really sure what it is. You know, something else interesting is, oh, I have a baby waking up. Something else interesting I really had planned was to add in a tunnel right through here, and I probably will end up doing that just so you guys can see what the tunnels look like. It's probably the most logical place for my tunnel. The reason why I was going to do that is I thought that maybe it would allow closer access, depending on where I put this barn, closer access for this person to go over here. But as it is, they're going over there anyway, so maybe I won't have to do that. Maybe I will not have to do that. Okay, everyone, you can see what's happening with this school now. I've got myself 75 adults, 11 students, and 16 children. Those 11 students, now I don't know what's the maximum here. Okay, we're not even close to the maximum yet. 12 students. So as the children become of age, they become students. Not all of them are, like I said. I did a few more things in this episode as well. I reduced the size of this orchard, and I did so just because I found that the orchard down here, my cherry orchard, had a pretty high production. It was like 448, and that's what this one here is kind of producing, 448. And that was using 3 farmers, so I reduced that by 3 farmers actually. By 2 farmers, and I added in a peach thing down here. I think I'm going to add in a few more of the orchards, and that's going to allow me to create a lot more of the ale, and maybe that'll allow me to do some more trading once someone shows up with some stuff. So in this episode, I am going to add in a couple of more things, actually. A couple of more things very quickly here. I'm going to add in... I don't need any more houses or anything like that right now. My population is steadily growing again. That's coming back up towards 100. And we're going to run into an issue where we're going to starve again. Now, I reduced this over here by 2 farmers. So what I've decided to do is increase the number of crops I'm producing by 2 farmers. I can make 2 more crop fields. First thing I'm going to do is add in a dirt road. Can I go around here like this? I can. Cool. Around there like that. I'm going to add in right in this location over here. Where is it? Not there, not there, right over here. I am going to add in 1 more crop field here. I really wish I had an additional crop to grow. I don't. And maybe the next time a merchant shows up, if I can afford it, then I will. There's one right there. Let's see if I can afford it. Or if he even has anything. Boom. Let's see what this guy has to offer. He has apple seeds. So if I can afford to buy an apple seed, then it will give me 1 more crop. And I don't know if it's necessary, to be honest. I didn't actually want an orchard. I wanted some other type of thing. I can only grow wheat and potatoes right now. But I guess that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to add a potato field, I guess. As I have 1, 2, 3, 4 wheat, and I only have 2 potatoes. So we're going to add in this potato field right here. I'm going to add in something else as well. I've got right down here, let me increase the number of farmers I have. Boom, and increase this by 1. Just like that. Okay, great. So 9 of 9. Down here you can see that I've got myself 4 cows currently. I have myself 4 cows, so I'd like to add in another pasture. I could add it in this area here, and I think eventually I'm going to add in something in this area over here. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I think that the chapel is going to go right in here. I think I'm going to put a bridge across here with a tunnel through here and a couple of homes in here. It's my plan. So I think I'm going to add in a couple of things. I'm going to add in another pasture, and I'm going to add in 1 more orchard. Now, actually, let's do one thing at a time. I'm going to add in the orchard first. The orchard, I think, is going to go right here. This is going to be my area where I grow everything, I guess. 10 by 10 orchard, just like that. Bam. It is going to be a... It's going to be a cherry. I'm going to make another cherry orchard right there. And that'll actually have me increase my farmers by 1 more. Bang. And let's reduce the number of builders I have right now. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 more of these fields here. Now they can be switched around too. You don't actually have to leave them as cows. If I get mutton or whatever, I can actually add in mutton. So what I am going to do is I'm going to add in 1 more, and I think we're going to add that in... I want it to be relatively close. I want to be relatively close. I think we're going to add it in down here. This is going to be my agricultural area, I guess. And we're going to make another 10 by 10. And I think I'm going to ultimately add another mine over here that's going to make coal, I think, eventually. See, I'm still having this food issue, and there's no reason why I should be. Let's add it in right now. We're going to add in a pasture, and I'm going to add in a 10 by 10 pasture right here. That's going to allow me to create another 5 cows. And let's rotate it. Bang, bang, bang. I want it like that. Another 5 cows, and let's increase. Where is it? The priority in that area. Just like this. So my one builder. Actually, I'm going to make sure I have another builder here right now. Bang. My one builder actually goes down there and makes that area there. And then, if at all possible, I'm going to split these cows. That's what we're going to do in this episode. We've got ourselves a lot of students right now. We're doing pretty darn good with our students. For some reason, we're low on wood and food. And I'm not exactly sure why we're suddenly low on wood. I haven't really changed anything here. Maybe we're using more firewood and it's coming out faster. That could be it, and we're running out of wood for that reason. I'm not sure. So I might have to actually consider adding in another forester or something like that over in this area, which might be something reasonable to do to make sure that I'm maintaining everything I need. So over here we're building. As soon as this is done, we're going to split our cows. They're really close to this. They're probably getting like smog and that. And let me see. Okay, we're going to add in one herder. Boom. Just like that. And we're going to add in cattle. And we're going to go over here and we're going to try... Oh, I can't split it. I can't split it. I think you have to be a certain size before you can split it. Oh, well, I should have thought that through. I should have double-checked that before I actually... Maybe I have to be at 5 before I can split. Maybe when it's at maximum, I can split. We'll find out pretty soon. If I can, and then I'm going to change this thing here into cattle, and we will move the cattle over there and give ourselves 2 working farms. And hopefully... I'm going to wait. I'm going to go offline for a bit. I'm going to go off recording, and I'm going to... what are you missing now? Working on berries. Let's change that to peaches for now. You have a lot of peaches available. Peaches. Oh, and I cut down my peach thing. Do I have cherries? Cherry. No, I don't know why you can't make wheat alcohol. Back to berries, I guess. We're still bringing a lot of berries in. Bang. Alright. I know it's up to 700 now, so it's not the 4,000 it once was, but it's getting up there. Oh, 3 of 5. I've lost a cow, and that actually happens sometimes. That actually happens where you lose a cow. I had 4 of 5 over there a minute ago, and now I don't. And I still can't split them. Which kind of sucks, because these guys cost me a lot of cash. A lot of cash. Alright, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call that an episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You can see that my population is becoming fairly well educated now. I have 17 students, and these people are being released out into the general public, and they're going to increase the amount of amount of intelligent labor I've got out there, and amount of productive labor I have out there. Intelligent is not the right word. Productive labor I have out there. An educated person, I don't know how much the increase is. I'm not sure if it's 50% or what it is, but there is an increase in the amount of labor that actually gets done. So, we've got ourselves a lot of farms now. Hopefully, by next episode, this food situation is going to be done. In the next episode, I'm pretty sure we are going to add ourselves the chapel. And if we do add ourselves the chapel, that'll only leave the tunnel and the town hall to add into this area, and then that will be it. And after that, I'm just going to let this game run by itself. I'm going to add in what I need to add to make sure I get the population up. So I think I've got maybe 3 more episodes coming, and that's going to be it. Alright, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. If you didn't, a thumbs down is perfectly fine. I will not be offended if you give it a thumbs down. I'd love to hear what you have to say, so please leave your comments down below. And if you haven't done so, take a few seconds to subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone.